Editors from Indiana's CNHI newspapers sat down with Eric Holcomb, the Republican nominee for Indiana governor. While many questions were asked, here's what he had to say about economic development, education, and LGBT rights.
Of course, we need to do more. Now, today, we have a record number of Hoosiers working in the private sector. We're celebrating our bicentennial, our 200th birthday on December 11th, and that's a nice present to ourselves to say that we have more people working than ever before in our 200-year history. We have an unemployment rate of 4.5%, lower than the national average. We have become the #1 business-friendly state in the Midwest and a top 5 state in the country. And that's reason enough for companies like Salesforce, like Genesis, high-tech companies, when they could go anywhere in the world, anywhere in the country. You used to look at Austin or Boston or maybe Chicago. We're now tripling the national average in terms of high-tech business growth in the state of Indiana. And so we need to continue to be that magnet, that standout in the nation, so that folks know that if they want to watch their idea and their business grow like our families, Indiana's the place to be. And so we need to continue to live within our means, invest wisely. I think the next step, and we're on this, is it's all about people, meaning our workforce. And so we've got this very attractive climate magnet here in the state. What I'm learning from the folks at Salesforce who are trying to fill 800 new jobs, what I'm learning from the folks at Subaru who are they expanded 1,200, they're still looking to fill another hundreds of new jobs. And we get this, DuBois County's not in the house here, but they just shared with me their unemployment rate there is 2.9%. They have 500 to 1,000 jobs right now that they can fill. And what we need to do is make sure that we have the skilled workforce coming directly out of high school or being retrained for the jobs of the future. And when I say future, I don't just mean 10 years from now, I mean tomorrow. So we're transforming this Department of Workforce Development from once being the unemployment office into the real employment hub, taking the big data, scraping what are the jobs in 10 years, what are the jobs that need to be filled right now, how are we connecting with Ivy Tech, and what are we as a state not just encouraging and incentivizing, but demanding of our students once what does that ticket of success mean in their hand? And what does it equip them to do? And I hope, there's layers to this, but I hope that we are promoting even more vocational education and training in our junior high schools and our high schools. And I hope that we're seeing this occur, not just promoting the STEM subjects in our high schools, but getting even earlier into our junior high schools, so that, you said Jeffersonville, right? I was thinking of near Crane. Crane has recognized that they've got more engineers in this 4-county area than just about anywhere in the state of Indiana. So how do we provide more mentorships and STEM training into those area high schools and junior high schools with that much brain power in that vicinity, and ingrain it at a very early age, so that students know that when I grow up and I get the education, because that is the difference, that education / workforce training, that is the difference maker in someone's life. And so we can't just be concerned about, and we're not, but we can't just be concerned about growing our business climate just so that I can rattle off statistics. in Indiana, we have this balance where local communities can address this issue through their local HROs, human rights ordinances, and not infringe on anyone's, not be persecuted for one's own religious or constitutional rights from the state. So that's why I think Indiana is in a good place right now in terms of not being a state that discriminates, but a state that welcomes, and that's why we're seeing continued success on the economic development front. Meaning, in 2015, we had a record tourism year in Marion County and Indianapolis, where this was being discussed, the very heart of the debate.